Today we're going to start a video on cleaning up the Class 6 camp roads I keep care of. I'm going to be doing a lot more than just the roads out here too. I think it would be a good video showing the damage that was done by one storm. So I'll give you a quick peek. Basically, I'm going to come around, clean up all these trees that got half cut off and limbs on the side. I mean, it wasn't just me, everybody that lived out here was cutting and stuff just got shoved to the side. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to cut all those sticks that are like sticking up. All this birch that's any bigger than 3 or 4 inches, I'm probably anything bigger than 3 inches I'm going to go through it, but I'm going to just basically clean it up, leave a pile near the road where it's easy to grab. I'm going to go down through, cut the wood all out of it, get the brush set up near the road, and then we'll probably come down through with the chipper. But like I said, there's a pretty good mess. You'll see up on this property that's being worked on, all the trees bent, broke off. We're going to go get going on it this morning. And I want to show this little thing I made a few years ago. Build my version of what they call, I guess companies call it the jaw boss. I just want to show that tool I made for the receiver hitch, how it holds the log up. Makes it a lot easier. You're going to get hurt with a chainsaw. It's normally doing a small piece like that. So I'll do a quick video and then get to it. That's how it works. Pretty simple, but if you're going to get hurt with a chainsaw, like I said, it's normally trying to do something like that off the ground, so having that helps. And I got probably a few hundred pieces like that today I got to do. And you don't even normally have to tighten those things in. You put the 3 or 4 inch piece of wood in there that's 20 feet long, so all these long pieces I'll just drag out. That keeps it up off the ground, makes it easier to cut. We're going to start the cleanup as far as the brush chipping goes. And I just decided to keep it hooked to my little BX. I think that's going to be the best way. This is all white and gray birch for the most part that bent over during that storm. I'm going to go up through. That was a little bit of a tangled up mess, but I diced it up, and I like leaving it long length. It just chips better. So we'll get this chipped up and go from there. Alright, looks better than it did. I'm going to have an abundance of white birch, but I actually have a handful of people that want it. They burn it in their fireplaces and stuff, and I'm not going to throw away any of it. But we still got some hangers. If you look down the road, I'm probably going to go another 50, 100 feet. I got to go down with the excavator, and there's a couple I got to push. Cause those over there was just some that I grabbed with the excavator the other day. Like, I think it was the day after the storm. They were leaning on the power lines pretty hard, so I just pushed them back, ripped them out, stumping all, and just dragged them here. So I chipped that up in this corner. I'm going to clean this up this spring, but I got rid of the brush problem there, and then I'm going to call it a day today. Tomorrow we'll get back to it. We'll probably start cutting that up in the morning. And I'll be doing a couple more in the morning. I'm pretty sure I'll tape that too. I got to do it the same way. They're leaning hard towards the lines, but if I push them with the machine, I think I can just take stump and all. I talked to one of the road members today, and he agreed to get rid of those two. So alright, we're back on cleaning up the trees on the road. I just pushed this one down, and we're going to push that double one. They don't want to leave that because all the widowmakers that are up there, plus there's a lot of kids that play here in the summer. This is the sandy free right away. This has got all the sand, so the kids tend to go to this one. So I'm just going to probably cut that and push it into this wood line and pick it up. I'm going to drag these about 100 feet up, 150 feet up the road, so it's where I'm going to be working today. That way everything's kind of central located. We already chipped up this part of the road yesterday, and then they decided they wanted to get those trees down. I went out only so far too. Some of this was the homeowner's stuff. I did as much as I could. It ain't the road committee's job to clean up someone's yard. Most of the trees that fell in the road were on someone's property, but they leaned into the road, so you're responsible for what's in the road. I am going to come down through here with a York rake and kind of grab the little stuff, stick it to the edge, but like, I don't normally leave a mess even in the wood line, but there's limited funds to do this, and a lot of that tree mess was off someone's personal property. I'm just trying to get it away from the road, so we can come down through here, but you'll see the little twigs. And what I'm going to do later today is come down through with a York rake. I got that birch and that one tree there. There was a couple little ones I had to take out to get that to push over, but that's how I normally do, is notch it. I notch it so it wants to go that way, cut that little bark, and they push right over. Pretty much 99.9% of the time they go right where you want them. Once in a while you'll get it. Tree work is, I always tell people, you'll hear me say it in a lot of my videos, there's always room for error. But that's it for down here. This whole section of road's done. I thought it was done yesterday, but the one of the members got together and didn't want to leave that with the widowmakers in it. And like I said, I don't want to live with that and either find out one fell and hit a kid or something. So, but that's, I just want to explain, I don't normally leave a mess like that. I'd pick up every little piece of that and chip it, but the funds just ain't there. And like I said, that's kind of like personal property. Doing the part of the road that's probably one of the worst. I'm going to put the truck here so people know I'm working in here, so probably should put cones up, but I'll do a shot of what we're going to be working on today. All the way down through here, all this stuff that's still hanging out, I'm just going to go on the other side, cut it, and I'll just work my way up the road with the chipper. But this is still a pretty good tangled mess. The price I gave them, I'm not getting crazy with this. What they want to do is just get it so that the roads are open, it looks a little bit nicer. And later on we might address coming out and grabbing these stumps and making it look a little bit nicer. But right now I just want to get the stuff that's dangerous, and it really is a mess. And everybody that lives out here cut one. You know, every time during that storm, you'd cut the trees back, go get something, come back, and same thing when I was plowing it. I'd plow from one end to the other and have to cut trees when I came back out because the heavy snow was just bending them over. I'm also going to try to do something with this road today. It's wicked potholed up, and it didn't help when everybody was zigzagging around all these trees that are down. Just left that cable coiled up there, and it goes all the way up past my tractor, up into that pole, so I got to get rid of all that crap today. I think I'm also going to get rid of that clump of birches that's in there, but we're going to get going. All right, we're going to try to dismantle this with the excavator so I can get it chipped up. problem. This stuff got pretty tangled up because people were cutting it, pushing it off with their plows, including myself. Try to set all these big chunks on the side of the road on the right here. Someone wants them for campwood. I'm not getting paid enough I'm trying to do them a favor. And I don't want to say that in every video, but I really do. Where I live out here, I do a lot of good deeds, I guess you might say. But I always say I'm never going to discuss money out here, but the reality is most of the time these road committees ain't got enough money to deal with stuff. This also is the road that I gotta go. This is the main road, so I gotta go by here every day and look at this crap. I don't want to. So, but I'm gonna set this in a pile over there. I don't want to say neat, but that's the only time that I wish I had a real big chipper. Stuff like this could just disappear, but again, if you're not getting paid to chip it, like I got a buddy that's got the big chipper, but like you said, you put 150 gallons a day worth of diesel fuel in it, you can't be chipping stuff up just for free to get rid of it for people. That snowstorm, between the last snowstorm that caused all this, if I added up all my fuel for the tractors I had to bring out and everything else, I think you'll find I got $150 out of my pocket between the 2 trucks and a couple pieces of equipment. And I ended up eating that because my contract was up April 1st, but if you watch that video, I basically say no one thanks you for doing nothing. People just assume I got this equipment, I should do it for free because I live out here. That ain't the way it works. I don't mind, like I said, that plowing I did, I'll eat that. I don't really mind it. But with my equipment, I don't care. If this equipment's running, I want to get paid for every hour that goes on that meter. Other than that, you don't run them. Try to do this so that it's not real unsightly. Start the chipper again. I'm gonna grab those last 2 out in the wood line there. Problem you have with this crap is it's pretty muddy, so cutting it with chain, I've sharpened that chain yesterday when I used it. I had to sharpen it 3 different times because people plowed this stuff down the road and got pretty nasty. other way of saying this is a crap show. I think I'm gonna chip some of this stuff up before I grab any more of that. Alright, we're just going to try to get this so that the water will run. This got pretty plugged up right in front of us. We got to get all the brush cleaned up, and then we got to come back and do road work. Good enough for now. Alright, I just want to show we're gaining. Still got a clump of crap in the woods. Just pulled this out. I'm going to try to chip this crap up, and like I said, I'm trying to just smooth the road out a little bit at the end of the day until we decide to do the road maintenance. But I just want to show where we're at now. I dug through the wood line there pretty good. Got the water flowing a little bit. That was plugged up, but that looks like crap, but we got to get in there with a clean out bucket. And now I've looked at that, there's a lot of fines that got in there. The last 3 winters never really froze. We've been getting a lot of rain, a lot of stuff's been getting plowed off the road. But I mean, I chipped a lot today, and I'm gonna go around, gather up all that junk wire. We ended up with a pretty good pile of white birch, a little bit of maple here and there, but mostly white birch. I'm gonna start picking that up right now, and bulk of it got chipped right here. Some of those birch trees that were like 4 inches around, I just fed and got rid of them. So we got to figure out what we're doing on these roads, and then but we're doing this right now, and in a few weeks I think we're going to make a decision, go around. I don't know if people can volunteer time or what, but get some of this stuff that's going to just bend back out next winter. It'd be nice if people could get it, you know, cut it up and get it out near the road, so it's not all me doing it. So I don't think they got the money to keep paying me anyway. So we got a lot of the wood cleared off, and I knocked the road around a little bit. I'm gonna call it a day for today, and tomorrow I was hoping to be done with this today, but it ain't happening. I'm gonna probably have another 4 hours. All those birches on the left and little trees that are just laid out, they're gonna lay right back out the next time there's a snowstorm. I'm going to jump over and cut those and chip those. That will be fairly quick compared to what I did today. Like I said, I got this knocked around, still bumpy, but it's loosened up. So I'll come down in the morning, get rid of the rest of these trees. And there's some up right at the very end behind me too, but I want to do this first section of road and get it pretty good by the end of the day tomorrow. But like I said, we got most of this chip, and we'll get back on it tomorrow. Next week we'll start doing the road maintenance, but did a lot of chipping this week. Got rid of a lot of stuff that was overhanging. I think what we're gonna do is get the roads done I'm gonna start doing, I got one more day of chipping down on the bottom of this development, and then we're gonna get going on the spring maintenance on the road, get it graded up, and then I think we have our first spring meeting. I think we're gonna have a discussion on how to do a little bit more tree work, because there's still some. There's a white birch there that's just basically going to bend right down the first time we get one of those wet snowstorms, which I hope at this time is at this point is next year, but we've said that 3 times already. But I got that clump of crap that right here was I didn't think this was the worst spot in the development, but it was. And the reason being is everybody, both sides of the road right here, everybody that was plowing in and out or trying to get in and out, they would cut the trees and just take their plow and push them into the wood line basically, or off the edge of the road. And I mean, it was tangled up. I ended up taking clumps of that out with the excavator just to get it up in the road and let the water come out of it and put it through the chipper. But like I said, there was a mountain of stuff here, and then I personally would like to go in there and get that rest of that stuff out of there. I did as much as I could do. I always tell them that I give them the bang for the buck more so than anybody, and they agreed. I don't think everybody that's come by, all the people who live out here, are pretty happy with what I did here. Hoping that I'll go through the development, but we'll see what happens. But next week we got Monday. I got one more day of chipping. By the time I get everything picked up today, I'm calling it. In this week, and I got some other stuff to do. But like I said, I don't know how much we chipped this week, but it was a lot. We only have one section of road left to do. So I'm gonna call this video here on cleaning up the storm damage before we start the summer and spring maintenance on the roads. And again, I'm going to say, if you like my content, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.